I just thought I'd do a quick clip on the quails for you. Haven't done anything with them lately, so it might be a good time to give you a look at them. The pros and cons of quails, if you will. G'day folks, Andy here from McDowell Manor. An easy bird to look after. They're relatively tame. If they get out of that cage, it doesn't matter because they can't actually fly. They can jump pretty good, so don't underestimate them. And for example, I've had them go up over that back fence over there, so they can get a bit of speed up, but mine are pretty tame. And that's what I like about these Japanese jumbos or cotornics. All those birds you just saw are housed in the middle section of this quail house here, and you can see I'm cleaning out the bottom. So I'll take everything out of there, throw it straight in the compost bin and let it turn into compost. It's wonderful. The bottom shelf there is my excess males. Now unfortunately I'll probably pull out one or two that will be kept to bread, and the other guys get used as meat. I can't sell them anywhere, nobody wants males, and they're nasty little buggers, especially come spring, so pretty soon I'm going to have to deal with that. There's probably 9 birds, I think at last count, girls in this middle cage, so I have to clean the bottom of that out once a week. These two up here are Californians. I'll come back and talk about them, but there's only 2. So if I've got to do the bottom of their cage once a month, it's surprising. The boys, I think there's about 5. Where are you? Down here, there's about 5. So theirs I'd probably do once a fortnight. So there's not much to them. With all the girls, even in the depths of winter, I'm still getting at least 4 eggs a day. So they're good little producers. And yes, of course you can eat the eggs. Don't taste much different. I find they're a little creamier than chicken eggs. And about 4 quail eggs makes up the volume of a chicken egg. Although I keep reading that they're per egg, they're far more nutritious. The quails really are a good option if you don't have room for chickens, or your local government won't let you have them. We're not allowed to have roosters, for example, but I do have 5 girls. In winter, if we get 1 egg a day, we're doing well. So quite different, but then again in summer, I'll pretty much get 4 or 5 a day every day. So that's a lot of eggs. Chickens are also, I find, relatively easy to care for. Although my Rosie would say, well, that's because I do all the work with them, you goose. And there's certainly an element of truth to that. But really, I mean, she cleans out the bottom of their house once a day. And that's made, she doesn't even have to go in the cage. That's actually made so it swings out. You can probably see there, that whole side swings out. And the top of that roost box, right there, it lifts up as well. You do get a lot of bang for your buck with your quails. So you can see there's 3 levels. There's actually a drawer under each level that was made so I could slide it out and then just empty the tray. But I find it's easier just opening the door and getting in there, and it also gives me an excuse to let the birds out for a free range. Now the trouble with these Californians is they are as skittish as all get out. They're a really good looking bird, as you can see, probably a bit dark. But the trouble with them too is they can fly. And I don't mean hop like my jumbos, I mean they fly like a pigeon. So I actually had one boy get out and he was gone up over the next door neighbour's roof, and that was the last I saw of him. Like I say, very skittish. They're also quite good layers. I certainly wouldn't get them again. I think I made a mistake getting those 2, but I was beguiled by their good looks. I would have said and charm, but trust me, they don't really have any. They're too nervous to be charming. The jumbos, even the boys, I can pat them and pick them up and all sorts of things. They don't care. I know it's only a matter of time before I'm changing water or something and I lose another bird. I certainly won't be replacing them. So the boys, I can get away with doing their food once a day. Usually I do it late afternoon. But the girls, because there's so many together, I have to do them twice a day. So I do everybody twice a day, first thing in the morning, last thing at night. That lets me also collect eggs. And I do like them to have nice fresh water. I certainly wouldn't leave the doors open. I can do it with the jumbos, with the Japs, but I wouldn't do it with the Californians. They'd be gone. The other thing you learn quickly is the waterer has to sit on wooden blocks to be raised. And that's because for no apparent reason they love nothing more than to poo in their water. You might think I'm being silly, but trust me, I'm not. It's absolutely painful. So sitting them up on those bricks, well, they're wooden, equivalent of wooden bricks, works a treat. I'm just about to put the sugarcane mulch in now, and there you go, that's done. So I'm going to leave them out for a little while. I'll let them have a run around and then I'll put them back in. Last thing I'll leave you with is to mention the food. Now that's game bird food, not wild bird, game bird. It's made for things like quails. For years I used chick starter, and the long-term channel viewers will know that my fertility rates were really low and I couldn't work out why. I think it's because of the medication in the chick starter. So I've actually stopped using it completely now, and I'll be interested this spring to see if my fertility rates are higher again. Alright, so that's it for our quail discussion. Hopefully some folks will find that handy. I did try to remain, as is my wont, fairly simple, so it's informative without overwhelming. And I hope you enjoyed it. You all have a good one, eh? Feel free to hit the subscribe. Hooroo!